Hi guys, my name is Namrata Soni and I'm super excited to be here with the lovely Vaishnavi, and we are here to do an amazing peachy summer look for you guys for the Femina Grazia Virtual Beauty Carnival. Okay guys, so let me start by giving you a little bit of info. I've already done some amazing skin prep. Your skin prep is the most important thing for summer makeup. Okay, so I've started by using a little bit of a rose gold oil, just tapping and dabbing it into the skin. Take a tissue paper, remove the excess, and then I've used a liquid highlighter all over her face. This is what gives you that glowy, peachy, beautiful vibe for the summer. Okay, now I'm going to start a little bit of concealer. So I'm going to be using just a liquid concealer. She has lovely skin, not too much discoloration anywhere. Just dab, dab, dab. Going slightly brighter on her concealer so that she looks wide awake and super pretty. Am I right? So just a little bit around the under eyes, around the mouth area. Then take a nice damp sponge. So I'm using a nice microfiber one, and I'm going to go tapping and dabbing around the areas that I have put the concealer. Okay, so all over, just gently. I'm going to make her look up at the ceiling. I'm going to make her face me a little bit, and I'm going to go and brighten it up. You can actually see the difference. It looks really nice. And then don't forget, quick short strokes is what does the trick. Don't drag your sponge. The more you drag your sponge, the more product you're removing off the face. Okay, again, just gonna tap two little dots on the eyelids. So if there's any discoloration, any pigmentation, it all gets hidden under the concealer. Okay, once I'm done with this, just taking my sponge, going all over the face, whatever is left, just to get a nice even coverage. Now I'm going to show you the trick to that beautiful sun-kissed look. Okay, I love using cream formulations in the summer. It's just how you set it, which is really important. So I'm using this beautiful one from Simply Nam. It's called Soul Sister. I'm taking the back of my sponge, taking a little bit, removing the excess. That's the trick. I'm going to make her give me a tiny little smile. Start from the apples of the cheek, going into the cheekbones. You can go a little extra right now. It'll all get toned down. Again, just blend it up. Go from the apples of the cheek, high cheekbone, a little bit on your chin, and a little bit on the bridge of your nose. Okay, this is what gives you that little sun-kissed look. Okay, now once you're done with this, just go in and blend a little of the outer edges away. And now I'm going to do some quick foundation. So I love airbrushing. You can use any liquid foundation that you like. So I'm just going to go do a nice, beautiful, thin layer all over her face. This is going to ensure that her makeup lasts through the day. So if she's in the heat, she's in the sun, she's sweating, she's perspiring, she's having a ball of a time, don't worry, it's not going to move. Okay, so just close her eyes, go over the entire face, make sure any patchiness, any discoloration gets covered. Don't forget to go a little bit into the neck. Okay, and once I'm done with that, I'm going to go back with my sponge. Pat, 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 dab, dab, dab. Just make sure that it's well blended. Okay, and now the most important thing for when you're wearing summer makeup is to set your makeup. So I use a loose powder, a translucent loose powder, which doesn't have too much color in it. Okay, if you wear a powder which is brown or light brown or pink, it actually changes the tone of your foundation color. So I'm using a translucent powder, and I'm actually using it with a powder puff. This is really important. It really helps setting your makeup. I'm going to take off the excess and really blend it into the puff. I'm going to make her look up, and I'm gently going to go in and set this makeup. Okay, a little bit goes a long way. So start with a little bit and then keep increasing it. Okay, so I'm going all over the face with the powder. Okay, a lot of people say when you want that glassy, dewy look, Don't go all over the face, just powder when you want. Yes, that's correct most times, but in the summer, especially in India, because we have so much of humidity and you are going to perspire, you are going to get oily, just go and do a nice thin layer of powder all over the skin. I will bring all that dewiness and everything back on the skin, so don't you worry. Okay, so just gently going everywhere, making sure that that lovely foundation is set on the skin. So you can actually see how beautiful and sun-kissed she already looks. She's got that lovely peachiness on the cheeks. And now I'm going to show you how to do some fun eye makeup for the summer vibe. So I'm going to actually start with one of my most favorite colors. It's like a cranberry pinkish red. It's perfect for the summer. I'm using a cream eyeshadow. I'm going to start, lift the brow bone, go very, very close to the lash line and go back and forth from the center all the way to the outer corner, all the way to the inner corner, and just keep this color on the eyelid. Okay, whatever is left on my brush, I'm going back and forth in small circular motions to get a beautiful even finish. You can actually see how pretty that looks, right? So imagine when you have this color on that beautiful sun-kissed cheek, oh my God, you're going to be the talk of that brunch, am I right? Again, just again in the center, small rotations. You can actually see how quick, I'm actually not going back and forth. I'm going tiny little rotations of my brush all the way from the center to the outer corner to the inner corner. Make sure it's really well blended. Now, the trick that you need to remember is if you are someone who has oily skin, you need to set your cream eyeshadow with the powder. Okay, if you have dry skin, go ahead and just use the cream formulation and it's not going to budge. So I have this beautiful powder eyeshadow of the same color on top. I'm going to make her close her eyes, lift, pat and dab this. So now I'm not going back and forth or rotating, just patting and dabbing it over my cream formulation. Once I've set that, I will gently rotate just to blend out any particular lines or anything which is not looking blended. So you can actually see how pretty that looks. Open your eyes, please. It's a nice, soft, pretty color. Okay, again, I'm just going to do the same thing on this eye. If you have very oily skin on your eyelids, you can also use just the powder eyeshadow. If you are looking at something very light, very doable for the day, and you're not someone who likes too much eye makeup, just stick to the powder and you're ready to go. Okay, so I'm just going in, blending, blending, blending. So I get a very beautiful, lovely flush. I'm gonna add a touch of rose gold to this. I love rose gold. It's one of my most favorite things. Just adding a little bit of a cream touch just where the eyeball is. So back and forth, you'll see how it pops the eye open. Okay, so you can actually see the difference. It just pops the eye open in the center and it looks so pretty. Okay, so again, just going back and forth. So first I tap it and apply it, and then I just blend out the edges in the center. So I get a very pretty look for the day. Next, my most favorite thing, curling lashes. If you don't know how to curl your lashes, learn how to curl your lashes. It will change the way your face looks, your eyes look, and it is magical. So I'm going to make her look down with her eyes open, lift her brows to get better access, take my lash curler gently close. I'm going to ask her, is that okay? And I'm going to pulse my fingers. I'm not going to open and close it. I'm just pulsing my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold. And I'm going to make her look in the camera so you can actually see how nice and curly those lashes are. If your eyes water, just look up please, and now close. Is that better? Again, look up please, close. Okay, again, I'm going to do the other eye. I'm going to make her look down. Don't be scared of an eyelash curler. Is that okay?
Yeah.
If you pinch your eye, it's okay. Just take a 2-minute break. Let your eyes stop watering and go back and curl again. Am I right? Okay, when you curl your lashes, it really can change the way your eyes look. It opens up your eyes, makes it more doe-eyed, wide-eyed, and really, really pretty. For me, in the summer, I love burgundy brown mascaras, and especially on Indian eyes. We have these dark brown, beautiful eyes. And I think these colors look really nice. So I'm going to be using a lovely brown mascara. Now, when you're using a mascara, don't forget to take off the excess so that the brush that you're using is completely visible. Otherwise, you'll get clumpy, ugly lashes, spidery lashes. And in the summer, you want them to be beautiful and like spread out and gorgeous. So I'm going to make her again look down, lift her brows, start from the bottom and do a nice thin layer. Okay, is that okay? Eyes fine. Again, I'm going to make her look down. You can go one layer from the top lashes and then one layer from the bottom to lift. It looks really nice and pretty, and she actually has gorgeous bottom lashes. So I'm going to allow this mascara to dry a bit, and then I'm going to go and put a nice layer of brown mascara underneath. But while that happens, I'm just going to brush her lovely eyebrows into place. Okay, don't go very eyebrow heavy when you're during summertime, because your face has to have this beautiful glowy balance. So only fill in the spots that need filling and don't fill in everything else, okay? So I'm using a pomade pencil. I love using a pomade pencil, just going in and filling the gaps that are there. She already has pretty nice brows, so I don't want to go too heavy on her brows. Okay, so I'm just going to turn her to face me a little bit so that I get good access to her face. Just going in and filling in some gaps here. Again, just in that inner corner on this eye. And then take your spoolie and just brush into place. If you are someone who has really stubborn eyebrows, you can use an eyebrow clear mascara. You can use hairspray on a spoolie just to set those stubborn hairs in place, and they really, really work. Okay, now that the mascara has dried, I'm going to go in again, just remove all the excess. Make sure that my brush is nice and clean. Make her look up and gently go back and forth and give her eyes another coat of mascara, but this time at the bottom. Okay, keep looking up when you're doing this. Don't look down. Don't start doing 20 things, because that mascara is going to spread everywhere. Okay, going in with a second layer at the bottom. Because if you see, I'm not doing too much eye makeup. I'm keeping it very simple, very subtle. So it's just that color play of that cranberry and rose gold that is making the eyes pop. And to actually add a little bit of definition to the eyes, I've super curled the lashes and put a beautiful burgundy brown mascara to just make the eye color a little lighter and more interesting and fun. Okay, so I'm going to actually finish off the cheeks now. If you remember, I went and I powdered the entire face, right? So if you see, because I've powdered it, it does look a little matte, but because I have finished the eye makeup, all the natural oils on the skin come back to the surface. I am now just going to enhance this with a little bit more of a cream blush. So there's cream blush, there's foundation, there's a little bit of translucent powder, and now I'm going back with a little bit of cream blush, but this time with my blush brush. So again, I'm going to make her smile, tap, tap, tap on the apples of the cheek, going high up into the cheekbones. You can actually see that beautiful glow that comes naturally back to the skin. And then I'm again going to do the same thing on this side. Just give yourself a tiny little smile, and that'll do the trick. Okay, don't forget a little bit on the chin. Make your brush a little bit smaller and just come bridge of the nose, coming downwards. And it'll actually look like you're sun-kissed and sunburnt, and it looks very, very pretty. Okay, once you're done with this, this is a trick that I tell all my clients to do. I'm taking my blush brush. I'm going to take a little bit of loose powder. You're going to ask me why loose powder? So that your blush doesn't move all day. It still looks sun-kissed, it still looks beautiful, and you look amazing. Just gently, I'm going to go and tap it over my blush. Not adding too much, just literally a touch of it. The glow still remains, but your makeup won't move even if you go out for like 7-8 hours of the day. You're going to look fresh and pretty. I'm going to finish off this look with two of my favorite things. One is like a peachy lipstick. So I'm going to take this lipstick and I'm going to add it in the center. I'm going to make her smack her lip. That's it. Gently take a lip brush or your fingertips, whatever you're comfortable with. I like using a lip brush because it gives me a little bit more precision. Okay, adding a little bit more color on that top lip. And if you remember that there's a lovely layer of lip balm underneath. So when I'm using an ultra matte, so the lipstick I'm using is an ultra matte liquid lipstick. So that means it's a long staying lipstick, and that also means it's going to dry out your lips. So I have allowed that lip mask to remain underneath, and then I've gone over it with my lipstick, and then I'm using a lovely tinted lip oil. I love using lip oils. They're great. They look glossy, balmy, and they give that really pretty pouty effect to the lip without making it look like you're wearing too much makeup. Just going over the entire lip. You can actually see how beautiful that looks. Everything is in the tones of peaches and cranberries and pinks, and it's so pretty, right? I'm gonna again actually add one more layer of brown mascara on the top lid. So again, just make sure you clean your wand really well. I'm going to make her look down, lift, and add another layer. So once you've completed your entire look, and if you feel that you want to add that little extra drama, go in and add a little bit more mascara. You can even go in and add a little bit of an eyeliner, depending on the kind of look that you want. But it's a very easy, breezy summer look, perfect for the summer that's coming up upon us. It's so hot already, and what better way but to look fresh, pretty, and amazing than this?